Call Allah Yahweh Bashem Mashiach Yahweh Shai. All praises due. Peace and power to the Father of lights Yahweh and his beloved Son Yahweh Shai. Peace and blessings and power to the throne of King David, sons and daughters, and the elect of Israel. All praises due. I wanted to spend part 2, all right, on us talking about marriage. All right. I don't think I have a lot of men that have a problem with this. It's mainly women. Cause see, marriage these days is a construct. It's a construct that gave the woman power over the man. What made you say that? Because it's true. I mean, think about it, man. Think about it. Let's look at the dynamics of marriage, modern marriage. How does it go? All right. Man meets girl, woman, right? Falls in love. What does he do? He buys her a ring. Where's a ring at in scriptures? There isn't one. Because it had nothing to do with marriage. Nothing. Zero. Then what does he do? Finds a public place, bends down on one knee, asks her to be his wife. That part right there is what fucks up every man. You know what that does when he kneels down? That means that she has authority over him. Right? She has authority. See, this white man that put all of the nooks and crannies in the shit. And what does she do? She gets all giddy. Ooh, oh my God. Everybody looking and shit. Right? Then you start planning. She got her little day coming. She got her bridesmaids. Right? You know, half of them trying to outdress her. Some of them looking at her damn husband, they damn self. Some of these bitches ain't shit, man. All right? Then you got to find the church. You got to pick the colors. The whole thing. See, that ain't the marriage. That's just the wedding day. Where is any of that in scripture? It's not there. Because it don't exist. That's this fucking white man did that shit. All right? Now, the hypocrisy is real. How many married couples that already fucked before they even get to the damn altar? But it's supposed to be so sacred. That's why you get married in the first place. All right? Nigga don't know no better. Got some good ass coochie, got his dick sucked real good, right? I do! That's all it takes for him. He got a good job. He's making money. He's a good provider. I do. Right? Don't know shit about each other. Just winging it. Modern marriage. They put you in front of some punk ass preacher. Or, like I say, some ship's captain or some justice of the peace. And then he marry your ass, but you got to listen to the words. Now, you've already submitted symbolically by kneeling to her, right? So she's like, ooh. Now they finna seal the deal. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today in the sight of God. What God? He never told you that, huh? Now listen good. To unite these two in holy matrimony. Matrimony. Hold on, y'all. Told y'all, I ain't skating through this. All right? Gotta be a wordsmith. All right? Now, let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all how slick they are. Look what it says. Matrimony, right? The state of being married. That's what they put. Watch this. Got to dig deeper. All right. Now let's look at this. Now, matrimony, right? You got to look at the root words. Matrimony. Madre is the key word in matrimony. Now, what does it say? In Spanish, madre translates to mother in English. It is a feminine noun that refers to a female parent, especially a human one. Additionally, madre can be used in various phrases and contexts beyond its literal meaning. Madre, madre, matrimony, mother. All right, now let's look at another word. Matriarch. Look here. Now, bingo. What is matriarch? A woman who is the head of a family or a tribe. See there? A woman who is head of a family or a tribe. Now, let's go on back. We are gathered here today to unite you two in holy matrimony. Right? Matrimony. Now, they didn't say all that shit when I just looked it up. It said the state of being married. They don't want to tell you that when you unite under holy matrimony, you make the woman your head. And this is why all these years you ain't been able to figure out why you catching so much hell. You want to go hang out after work one day. I ain't say every day, but maybe one day. Where you going? Why you want to hang out? For what? See, that's your mama. Matrimony. You need to get home and do this and do that. Matrimony. But when it's her time to go somewhere, hey babe, where you going? Oh, I'm going out with the girls tonight. Probably be back tomorrow night. Tomorrow night? What you mean? What? Boy, I'm grown. Ain't that what your mama say? And y'all wonder why you at home getting bitched. See, this ain't no godly marriage, man. It's not. See, this is the marriage that this goddamn cracker done tricked everybody into. Now, you could be married today. I am. But when you come into the truth, you better get a spatula and flip that shit. Fuck matrimony. Patrimony. Father. The man lead the motherfucking house. And if it ain't gonna be doing with that, then fuck it and cut. Alright? Because they put you in a position where you've lost control. And they all know it, man. So let's add it up so far. One man, one woman, millions of women with no man. That's chaos. Then the ones that do get married, they unite you in holy matrimony, putting you under the subjection of the woman to tear the family down and the kids and everything. Stop me when I'm lying. Oh, I know you women ain't gonna like it. They probably sitting there just buzzing, just about to explode. Hey, this is why it's so important for the teachings to come, because see, in the kingdom of heaven, you ain't gonna have that. That's going to be non-existent. And what did the woman do? Because she's the head, that's why the sex dry up. I'll tell you why. Don't nothing dry a woman's coochie up faster than being with a man she don't respect. Yeah. Tell him what to do, when to come home, when to eat, when to drink. No, you weren't having no burger, you were having a salad. All that shit. Okay, baby. You're right. And she gonna go in search of a motherfucker that she can't control. And leave him at home. Because she don't respect him. Because she's got power over him, which puts things out of order. Yeah. It's fucked up, y'all. They gamed us so hard. They gamed us so hard. I'm spending time on this because I'm trying to show you just how fucked up marriage is and what it's done to us and why they did it. Okay? Well, let's move along. Verse 6. But I speak this by permission and not of commandment. For I would that all men were even as I myself. But every man hath his proper gift of the power, one after this manner and another after that. I say therefore to the unmarried and widows, it is good for them if they abide even as I. Paul wasn't married. He said if you could hang, it's better to just not do it at all. But if they cannot contain, let them marry, for it is better to marry than to burn. See? When you get married, I mean, if you don't get married, what lifestyle is promoted out here in America? Do your own thing. That's why these women shaking their funky asses everywhere. All right, men riding around like dogs, picking up women, fucking them in clubs, all that shit, right? Because they burning. They want the sex without the commitment. They've turned the holy union into something that is folly. Okay? Look at verse 10. And unto the married I command, yet not I, but the Lord. Let not the wife depart from her husband. Now, he put that there, right? Who initiates 85% of the divorces today? It's the woman. Is there any mystery why that would be written in the scriptures? Let not the wife depart from her husband. All right? Because that's the first thing they do, because they don't want to submit. Look at verse 11. But, and if she depart, let her remain unmarried or be reconciled to her husband, and let not the husband put away his wife. So, this is why I tell y'all in this body, all right? Choose carefully, all right? Choose carefully. But you ain't gonna really never know nobody until you live with them and all of that good stuff. But, you know, when you choose one, know that when you choose one, marriage means something here. So if you get you an akwaf, all right, you get you an akwaf, and you know, you marry her, and as long as you live, she can't get another husband. All right, she can only do that if you die. All right, unless, except for fornication, meaning that she went and laid with another man, y'all stuck. Okay, y'all stuck. Now, the other point, all right, well, let me say this. That's how it's gonna be. That's how it's gonna be. We're still in captivity, all right? So these laws right now, they really can't be enforced, but we're practicing them here. But unfortunately, we have had a couple of instances where a couple of women had to get put away because they were not operating in faith, charity, and holiness with sobriety here. So they were split. But guess what? After they done that, pretty much a done deal. And she found out to be wicked. Because, see, we're not in our own community yet. Right now, we're practicing these things. But when we cross over, oh yeah, marriage is going to be taken very seriously. Ain't going to be no single moms and baby mamas and all that, and a woman with no leader. No, that ain't going to happen. Mm-mm. So that's what we practice now. But this mindset now of being easygoing, carefree. Oh well, too bad. I'll just go get me another husband. Yeah, that's good. I don't like him. Some women been married 2 or 3 times. getting married and making a game out of it, because there's no boundaries, there's no enforcement. It's going to be enforced where we at. See, because what happens is you get folly that way. If you got a nation, okay, where women could go and get on the cock carousel, as they call it, and jump from dick to dick, that's where you get kids who don't know who their daddy is, and it's just a big ass mix up. All that's going on out here because of what this fucking faggot ass white man done. And these niggas done caught on to it. Women too. See? That's folly. Because you can't keep controlling anything. Now you got to do a DNA test to know if the kid is yours or not. That's all bullshit. That's why I said she got to remain unmarried or be reconciled under her husband. Why? That's so that she don't go out there and get pregnant by somebody else and now she in the jam. Now, if you do that shit in the kingdom and you go out here and you find one of these old weak-minded ass niggas to lay down with and then he do it, then y'all gonna get executed. Yeah, that's how that's gonna go. Because now you're trying to a little leaving it the whole lump. Our laws are gonna be very strict. You go out there being a whore, you know, or if a man entertaining his brother's wife, all right, well his brother's gone away, you know, his neighbor, and then one of her wives is eyeballing him and they get next to each other and then they slip up and do it, they're gonna be rooted out and executed. It don't matter who it is. So that don't go out here. This is why it ain't gonna be no high divorce rate and all that, because there's gonna be boundaries in place to where your ass gonna get punished for doing it. You gonna get executed. See? So that's why you women need to be training yourself and putting yourself in the mindset to be under that leadership. All right? Or should I say that rulership? Because that's what's gonna happen. And if that's not your cup of tea, you in the wrong place, because that's where it's headed. And no, I can't kill nobody here. We still out here. Got to abide by these laws out here. All right? All I can do is kick your ass out the body. All right? Let's go on back to verse 12, 1 Corinthians 7 and 12. But to the rest I speak. Not the Lord. If any brother hath a wife that believeth not, and she be pleased to dwell with him, let him not put her away. Now this is for you brothers right now. They got wives they got a heathen mindset, but they're not getting in your way. They're not fucking with you. They're not trying to steer you away from the Most High. He said that don't put them away. All right. Now the Lord didn't say that. This was Paul's advice. If you want to put her away, I mean, you can. But the Most High is saying that through the apostle that you don't have to do that. If she's not being a threat to you, attaching yourself to your nation and your nationality, okay? She can stay, even if she's from another nation, you know? We got some brothers in here, they got a Japhite wife, man. Some of them, might have an Asian wife, a Mau Mau, I don't know. But I'm not the one to tell them. They've been together 10, 15 years or 10 years or 5 years or whatever. Okay, now you got to break up with her. She's from another. You can't do that, man. Can't do that. The camps do that shit, though. The camps do that. The camps have forced people apart. I don't do that because that's not the scripture, all right? Now, if she's being a demon and trying to get you and steer you away from the Most High, then yeah, cut her off, okay? But he's saying that she be pleased to dwell with you, okay? Verse 13, and the woman which has a husband that believeth not, and if he be pleased to dwell with her, let her not leave him. All right? If he be pleased, though. And most of the time, that's not the case, especially in this body. A lot of time men, they especially here, we've had women in here who had husbands and they didn't like me because they felt like, well, she's listening to him over me, and the thing is, whenever a couple or something, they introduce themselves to me, I always include both, I don't have any type of counsel with an Akwaf if she got a husband already. I say, where is he at? Hey, we all need to talk, you know what I mean? It ain't it, but what happens is a lot of times the man will get mad and disengage, you know, because he on some hater shit, thinking shit that's not there, and then he peel off, and then the woman end up by herself anyway, and then they end up staying in the body. Well, he just wasn't meant to be saved. You know what I mean? He wasn't. He didn't do the right thing. All right, when he should have, and now he outside. So, but verse 14 says, "For the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife, and the unbelieving wife is sanctified by the husband. Else were your children unclean, but now they are holy." So, a man can be saved through his wife if he be pleased to dwell with her. All right, it goes both ways. But 9 times out of 10, the man gets mad or get pissed off and he separates himself. See? Verse 15. "But if the unbelieving depart, let him depart. A brother or a sister is not under bondage in such cases, but power have called us to peace." If you want to be arguing or she want to be arguing, raising hell, starting shit, let them go. That's it. But you gave him a chance, you see. But let them go. See, these are simple rules, all right? Verse 16. "For what knowest thou, O wife, whether you will save your husband? Or knowest thou, O man, whether you will save your wife? But as the power hath distributed to every man, as the Lord hath called everyone, so let him walk, and so ordained I in all the churches." Verse 18. "Is any man called, being circumcised? Let him not become uncircumcised. Is any man called in uncircumcision? Let him not be circumcised." That was a big thing back then. But you never hear the camps talking about circumcision now. You don't see them checking each other for circumcision. I've never heard them say that. But that's part of the law. But see, they don't want to be dick checking. I can understand that. But see, circumcision don't mean nothing now. It's the circumcision of the heart that matters. The Most High, through Yahweh Shah, got rid of that too. See, back in those times, there was an outward reflection of your obedience to the Most High. This time, it's an inward one. He ain't worried about circumcised or uncircumcised no more. Okay? So Paul was letting them know, if you're uncircumcised, all right, it's okay. And if you are circumcised, it's okay. All right? Their relationship with the Most High is no longer contingent upon whether they're circumcised or not. Verse 20. "Let every man abide in the same calling wherein he was called. Are you called being a servant? Care not for it. But if thou mayest be made free, use it rather." All right? Let me read New Living Translation. Verse 20. "Yes, each of you should remain as you were when the power calls you. Are you a slave? Don't let that worry you, but if you get a chance to be free, take it." Verse 22. "For he that is called in the Lord, being a servant, is the Lord's free man. Likewise, also he that is called being free is a Mashiach servant." All right, but now you got to remember, this was being talked to the northern kingdom. So he said, if you call being a slave, then you can remain a slave. But if you get a chance to get free, you can do so. But you're still in Hamashiach when you do that. Verse 23. "You are bought with a price. Be not ye the servants of men." All right. "Brethren, let every man wherein he was called therein abide with the power." So whatever office you were called in, you remain in that. Okay. Verse 25. "Now, concerning virgins, I have no commandment of the Lord, yet I give my judgment as one that have obtained mercy of the Lord to be faithful." All right. "I suppose, therefore, that this is good for the present distress. I say that it is good for a man so to be. Are you bound unto a wife? Seek not to be loosed. Are thou loosed from a wife? Seek not a wife." He's saying when you come into this truth, whatever position you in, if you single, don't seek a wife. And if you're bound to a wife, don't seek to be loosed from her. Now, we already went over that a couple of precepts back where it says, if she's pleased to dwell with you, if she's pleased. But if she raising hell, then yeah, you got to seek to be loose. Because you can't let nothing come between you and your power. It's 28. But and if you marry, you have not sinned. And if a virgin marry, she have not sinned. Nevertheless, such shall have trouble in the flesh, but I spare you. All right? Let me go to verse 28, New Living Translation. But if you do get married, it is not a sin. And if a young woman gets married, it is not a sin. However, those who get married at this time will have troubles. Now, I'm trying to spare you those problems, as we said. Because, yeah, marriage brings problems. Oh, that's all good in the beginning. Till it's not. Shit start happening. Especially now. Money getting funny. All right? Might have kids. Kids get sick. Take them to the doctor and all that old stuff. Yeah, you're gonna have extra things to deal with, is what he's saying. But it's not sin if you do it. Choice is yours. Verse 30. And they that weep, all right, as though they wept not. And they that rejoice, as though they rejoice not. And they that buy, as those that possess not. All right. New Living Translation says, those who weep, or who rejoice, or who buy things should not be absorbed by their weeping or their joy or their possessions. Whatever you have and don't be caught up in having it or not having it. Okay? And they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away. Meaning don't get attached to this stuff out here. All right? Verse 32. But I would have you without carefulness, he that is unmarried careth for the things that belong to the Lord, how he may please the Lord. But he that is married careth for the things that are of the world, and how he may please his wife. So when you get married, your wife is going to play a priority role in your family, not over the Most High, but she's still going to be there. Okay? Verse 34. Yeah, you know what? I'll go ahead and cut it off right here. All right. Still some more to go on this. Okay. Still some more to go. But I'll be back in a minute for part 3. All right. Barakatah Yahweh Ba'Shem Mashiach Yahushai. King and Shepherd KD, and I'll see y'all on the next go around. KD out. Shalom.